Okay, thank you.
Is this the one? Okay. I should probably have the Star Wars theme music play now to wake you all up, because now we're going into the gaming space again. So I'm Morten Larssen, VP of Publishing for Artplant, which is a game developer based in Norway and Russia. And we are building a full-fledged space MMO where we're using blockchain to underpin the whole virtual economy. So let's go into some details on that. So who is Artplant? We've heard from a lot of speakers today that investors are mostly interested in established teams. We're definitely an established team. We've been doing game development for 17 years now, have 15 games that we've developed, 25 million players on our games in total, and with Battlestar Galactica Online, the biggest game that we developed, which is also a space MMO. 18 million players on that. We're also a fully management and employer-owned company, so there's lots of good opportunities there. So what is Parsec Frontiers? Parsec Frontiers is a full-fledged space MMO. MMO, as I've understood, there's not that many gaming people here, even though GDC is going on the top floor. So an MMO is a massively multiplayer online game. That means a game with thousands of people doing transactions, playing, having fun, shooting down each other's spaceships, building space stations. Huge economy in the game, which makes it perfect for blockchain. In the game, we start out with mankind having depleted all resources on Earth. So we need to start exploring, building, mining, building spaceships, having conflict. All of that presents a lot of opportunities for profit and trade in the game, and all of that is backed by blockchain. We'll have in-game exchanges where you can do trades, all transparent, all blockchain-based. And why would we use blockchain in a game? Because kind of online games have been going on for a long time, so you could do it all without. But since we've started building a project from the ground up with blockchain, we see that blockchain technology supercharges the virtual economy in a game. It creates a whole different layer, introduces both trust and transparency, but also means that kind of you can make a profit in the game. You can start the game with nothing and actually make money in the game. By doing clever trades, by fighting other players, by doing a lot of the things that gamers love to do. All key assets in the game will be on the chain, so that you can also trade them outside of the game, or you could build smart contracts and set up. I have to stop. This is just our timeline. Chase me down during the cocktail party and I'll give you more information.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you. And all of the ICOs have tables in the booth so you can talk to them.
Good evening. Thank you very much. My name is Karl Seelig. I'm a co-founder from a company called ChainBLX. So what we do? ChainBLX is a company which basically makes an open marketplace for any kind of digital certificate. Basically, right now, banking industry works with black pools, exchanging trades after hours. We bring this on the stock market, on the blockchain, sorry. It's late. Well, here's it. So the company is fairly new. We started with legal analysis. This is really important for us because we have to comply with a lot of legislation, and it's worldwide. So you have to really look where you found several parts of the companies, and I will go in 2 seconds into it, how the idea was created. The biggest thing by creating this company, myself, I come from telecommunication industry, was normally you build a company and you look how to build a company to keep all the power by yourself and so on. By blockchain, it's totally different. You want it decentralized. You want to give the power to everyone. So you have always to plan how you write yourself out of this equation. So we did the legal analysis. We made we found another consensus algorithm to speed up the blockchain technical analysis. And this all we did in the last 3 months. We presented during the World Economic Forum in Davos on a side event, the One World Blockchain event. And then from this out, we had articles. So the easiest way is, this is a big graph and so on. So I explain how this idea came to start. So first we were thinking, what we need for a trade? Nobody wants to issue immediately stock certificates of a blockchain. So you don't get Apple and so on in right away to say, oh, I go to your blockchain, I issue stocks. No. You need a fund, a mutual fund, somewhere legally, so that you can issue basically certificates in the blockchain in. Then you come to the next problem. What you do with the dividends paid. Wow, okay, you need another fund which has dividends and now puts the dividends basically as IOU to and attach it to the stocks. Wow, now you have dividends in. You have to change. Basically, now you have a foreign currency exchange because you have dividends in euros, you have dividends in dollars. People will trade it also. You have the possibilities that people buy with Bitcoin, directly the stocks. So a lot of things to have to be done. And now we had another problem. How we reward the miners, how we reward everyone on the blockchain. So we came up with a management fund. The management fund takes basically close to 0.25% from a trade in stocks and so on, and builds up from there. This, from every trade, this percentage, which is held back, if it's IOUs, if it's stocks, goes in the management fund. So it created basically an internal currency asset-based, which rises. So this is the consensus algorithm. I don't go in for the time. I see I have only 10 seconds left. So this was just a survey, which is interesting, from people like what they would use on this platform. Shows it really interesting, and the time is over. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please. Hurry up. I know you're in the same business, but you present something else.
Thank you.
I forgot to announce that if you weren't here earlier, we are also doing a competition now for this competition. So we have our.
Pardon me? Yeah, sure.
Hey guys, my name is Vince Coley. I'm a startup judge at MIT. We're going to evaluate on 4 different segments. One definitely is going to be the pitch. Please make sure that you describe your team very clearly. And the most important thing would be the impact of blockchain you're going to have in the society. And at the last, you can actually explain some tokenomics. So these are the 4 evaluation criteria. I hope you please stick to that, and we can give you the prizes.
Right. So are you going to have a winner when they're done, or announce it at the cocktail party? Okay, we won't have a mic, so we'll have to yell. And also, the winner will be mentioned in a press release. All right, can we restart your timer?
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Matthew Van Niekerk. I'm the CEO of a company called DataBroker DAO. What is DataBroker DAO and who's involved in it? Let's, if we can get this thing. All right, so one of the key advisors we have on this project is Patrick Byrne. He's the CEO of Overstock.com, an early adopter of Bitcoin technologies and other blockchain technologies. What he said about DataBroker DAO, and when I explained what we're doing, and actually I demoed our first version of DataBroker DAO to him back in January of 2017, so yeah, already about 15 months ago, he got pretty excited. So what did he get excited about? Let me show you.
In 2019, there will be 33 billion sensors all around the world, capturing all sorts of data. All this data goes through a gateway operator into data silos, where it gets locked away after it's served its purpose. All $600 billion worth per year. But imagine a world where you can search and buy any amount of data you need from all over the world. By using a decentralized network named Ethereum, in combination with smart contracts, we connect buyers and sellers of data from all over the world. Sounds amazing, you'd say? Well, it is. And what's even better, this marketplace already exists. Join us now at DataBroker DAO, the global market for local data.
Okay, so this market is absolutely huge, and to be honest, it was a bit staggering when I started doing research on it. It's worth the data coming off of sensors is worth hundreds of billions of dollars to the sensor owners. The amount that's being invested annually is about 900 billion last year, and that's expected to go to 1.2 trillion by within a few years' time. So who are these, and what are they doing with all that data? What are they mining for? Well, they're actually mining for insights. Insights that help them improve their processes, help them to improve the quality of life in our cities and so forth. But who are these sensors owners? Well, actually, this is a photo I took in the airport in Brussels on my way here. 73% of the companies in the OECD countries are investing in IoT sensors. Now, what kind of data is that? Well, it's 90% of it is what they call industrial IoT data, things about manufacturing processes, environment, and so forth. But that's great, and that's great. So it's a big market. But is there a market for selling the data? Well, actually, there are over 5,000 companies globally that are in the business of buying, repackaging, and selling data. That's a $150 billion industry today, and that's without even touching the IoT sensors that we talk about in this platform. There are some challenges, of course, in making data accessible. The first is if you want to create the data, there's a huge upfront sunk cost in order to deploy a network of sensors. The second is that data is really inaccessible for resale because it's locked away in the data silos of the organization that owns the sensors. DataBroker DAO fixes that problem. It solves that. It creates a direct marketplace for sensor owners to sell their data directly to interested buyers. When they do so, 80% of the proceeds, and the data buyers use the DTX token. 80% of the proceeds go back to the sensor owner, 10% to a gateway operator, and 10% to DataBroker DAO. Now, Okay, so what about traction? We formed an alliance for DataBroker DAO. We've got 21 members right now. These include smart cities, telcos, and gateway manufacturers, and it's growing by the day. The platform is scheduled to go live this year. Hopefully in Q3 we'll be ready to go and extend it beyond the alliance members that are on right now. For our token sale, there are 225 million tokens being created. 108 million will be sold. 30% are locked away for 3 years, and 5% will be released to the team for incentives over the next 4 years. Thank you very much. Happy to talk to you at the drink this evening. And sorry to be keeping you from that.
Good evening. My name is Karl Seelig, co-founder at Shop. We are building a decentralized retail protocol to connect brands and shoppers. As consumers, we have been pouring our data, just giving our data away to Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, Walmart. The world is waking up right now to the risks of trusting a giant like Facebook with all of our social data. And the scary thing is, the same risk exists for shoppers who are trusting Amazon. We have been giving away the most valuable information in retail. Who I am, what I want, where, when, what I'm willing to pay for it. And Amazon has been using that information to weaken brands and replace their products with white-labeled knockoffs that are not as good. If something does not change in the next 4 or 5 years, it will be a bloodbath for brands. And if brands want to win this fight, their weapon of choice is going to be Shop. If we allow shoppers to put their data on a protocol, that protocol becomes valuable. And we can give those shoppers tokens. And shoppers love tokenized loyalty. They get Nordstrom points and airline miles when they fly. We're ready for mass adoption. Brands are hungry for rich information about shoppers. When they sell through Amazon, they give up their margin and they don't get any information about the shopper. If they get that shopper back to their .com, they keep their margin, but they still only have one view of that shopper. They don't know the other interests or purchases that shopper had. With Shop, brands can offer discounts to shoppers to get the tokens they need to access a retail protocol. We're making it very easy for them to integrate their existing workflows, and they love us. This last Sunday, we won the startup competition at Shop Talk in Vegas, the largest retail convention in the world. Brands are excited to introduce their shoppers to Shop. We're moving retail to the blockchain. We're tokenizing value to be exchanged between shoppers and brands. And we're going to revolutionize the industry because never before has this information been able to be fairly valued and exchanged and have that value returned back to the brands and shoppers that it belongs to. This is a world where we're going to see higher margin for the brands, better prices for the consumers, and everybody gets to control their information. We've got a team of killers coming out of large brands, tech, marketplaces. The general counsel that we've brought in is actually a past SEC regulator. He might know somebody in the crowd here. We feel very confident about the architecture of both our business and our product, and we're a team of executors. We're operating as a member-owned co-op of brands and shoppers, and to date, we've acquired 3 venture-backed companies that have sped our time to market and our ease of adoption. We've got some exciting partnerships that I'd love to tell you more about at the cocktail hour, and this week, we launched the first marketplace that rewards consumers for their information, lets them control that data, and receive discounts on products. We are right now in a pre-sale. If you're in the US, you need to be accredited. We're running to a public sale in May. Those tokens sold in May will have immediate real value on Kenga and other shopping experiences that are built on top of our protocol. We're looking for all sorts of people. If you think you're interested in buying tokens, in advising, or partnering and being able to offer incentives and discounts to people on your platform, we'd love to talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hold on one second. Thanks. Good afternoon. My name is Dan Mapes. I'm with a really exciting organization called Versus. As in universe, metaverse. So we're involved in connecting the AR and VR worlds to the blockchain. What we really are doing is we've written a protocol that allows any AR developer or any VR developer to have full blockchain capabilities. And not just any blockchain. We're working with the NEM blockchain from Japan, which, if many of you might know, is a complete ecosystem, including exchanges, links to the Ethereum and Bitcoin blockchains. It's got private chains, cross-chaining. It's very powerful ecosystem that not many people in the States know about. But we went over there and we actually strategically partnered with them. So we have offices in LA, Tokyo, and Beijing. We're a global company, and we're launching our protocol in June. We're in our pre-sale now. And this thing can scale massively because while we're sitting here, there happens to be another big convention on here in the city. It's the Game Developer Conference. All the AR and VR applications are built using 2 game engines. They're built using Unity and they're built using Unreal. Our protocol just plugs right into that, and they're free to use. So it can scale massively. So the tokens can really get out there and really grow fast. Because basically developers right now of AR and VR are siloed. They don't have the advantages of the World Wide Web. You can't move between worlds. You don't have cryptocurrencies within the worlds. You don't have assets on the chain. You don't have the spaces on the chain. What we do with our protocol is we enable a virtual and AR full network economy globally. So it's pretty much what when our last big speaker was saying, we're a platform for the development of a digital economy. So while we're sitting here also, HoloLens, Vive, Oculus, Magic Leap, Apple with their new glasses coming out next year, Deutsche Telekom with Zeiss. Massive numbers of new kinds of headsets and glasses are being built. And the content is all siloed. It's kind of boring. VR is not taking off right now. We want the ease and flexibility of the World Wide Web in our 3D environments. I want to be able to be in a 3D environment and navigate to another 3D environment. I want to take my assets and money that I have in one world, move to another world, whether that's shopping, whether I'm repairing something, if I'm going into a building and I've got full location provenance, I can actually have things like maintenance programs attached to a piece of equipment that show me how to repair it. So these things are going to be more and more important as we move into these new virtual environments. So basically, what we do is our protocol basically links up. What we already have is cryptocurrencies, smart contracts, IDs on the blockchain, then smart assets and smart spaces. So you have all those you can work with, and anybody, anywhere in the world then, whether it's BMW on one end or whether it's 4 kids in Senegal on the other end, have access to the most powerful technologies in the world. They can put AR and VR together with the blockchain for the first time in history. And so that's what we're bringing to the table. It's working now. The protocols are built. We're testing them. We'll launch them in June. We're in our pre-sale. We'll go through our public sale in May. And love to talk to you guys later over the cocktail hour. Anyway, we're real excited about it. Happy to show it to you.
Can you hear me? Yeah, there we go. My name is James Green, founder of Stroken Tokens. I'm not sure if you guys have been at our booth today. I think we'll start with our video over here. Hopefully that's up. I can't really see.
The Stroken platform has pioneered the next logical step in porn selection, the bounty. The bounty is a revolutionary way for anyone to contribute sexy videos and earn great money, and create new genres. On our platform, users will be able to request any specific act they want to see performed. The Stroken platform uses cryptocurrency as its primary payment method. This gives users a sense of security while keeping their credit cards confidential, while still using a secure, transparent, and reliable transaction method. For more info on how you can get involved, contact us today.
So yeah, if you're all wondering who that badass panda was, that was me. But yeah, so just to give you a little insight in the company, we actually started as a tech company about 3 years ago called Tech Prepper Solutions. We have a big old 2-story building in Hudson, Florida, 26 total employees. But we're all slowly migrating over to the Stroken team that's kind of taken over our business. We've hired 10 employees total to work dedicated to that team. So we all started with this project with the question of like, how do we get as many people as we can that might not know about blockchain, they don't care about cryptocurrency, and get them involved. So we looked at all the stats and we found the $93 billion business, which is the adult business. And generally everybody watches porn. So our platform, which is the Stroken platform, basically offers, when you first go on that, it's for the everyday user. They don't care about crypto, they don't know anything. They're just gonna go on there and see baseball bats and watermelons is the example we keep using. So basically you go on there, you're looking at your videos and you're gonna see some strange things. But the key is that there's not just one, there's 100 of them. So that person's gonna ask themselves, where did 100 videos come from with baseball bats and watermelons? And that is the bounty system. So what that is, we call them a peruser of porn. You're gonna go on, make your bounty, and you're gonna find other people that have the same interests, and they're gonna put their Stroken tokens into that bounty. That increases the popularity, which moves you higher up in the rank, and then you're gonna have other funders that want to put Ethereum in. That's going to be the financial backing that models are going to come in, and they're going to start making this content. So that's what they're doing. You know, they're working with those baseball bats and watermelons to get that ether out of there. The Stroken token is basically the economic inside of our platform, and that's generally all we're concerned about right now. And we have one of the best legal teams. They're actually, I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell you, but the same legal team we use is the same one as Pornhub, which they told us. So they're guiding us down the blockchain path as to where to take the token as far as outside of our platform. But right now we're just trying to get excitement for what we got here. I know you guys want the point of token economics, so I'll just tell you we're doing it's a 600 million total supply cap for our token. We're doing 20% through our ICO and pre-sale combined together. 10% for founding team, which is locked for a year. Sorry, we don't have more slides up there to give you guys that information, but and yeah, so if you guys come over to our booth, we'd love to go into a little more detail, tell you everything. And the main girl speaking in our video, Allie, she's actually over there too, so you can talk to her at the cocktail party. Oh, I got 35 more seconds. Okay, I didn't see the seconds counter, so I wanted to be on time. So, any questions? Anyone have any questions? Yes. Yeah, right? What do you mean? So, yeah, so Ethereum is the driving economic, like that's where anything with dollar value comes from, is Ethereum. Our token, the Stroken tokens, is what powers the platform, and it's basically the popularity model. So the more Stroken tokens that a model has, the more popular they are, they're going to show up on the top of the website. They're going to be the guys that people want in their videos. And then same goes for the bounties. As the bounties get funded, the more popular they are, and they show up higher up.
Great, thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you. So we are going to announce the winner in just a moment, so don't leave your seats, and then we'll go to the cocktail party. So first of all, let's give a round of applause for all of our pitches and all of our speakers. Thank you today. We see all of the creativity and ingenuity in all the many ways that tokens can transform our economy. Before we close, I'd like to first mention my name is Ahava Stroud, if you weren't here in the morning. I run Angel Launch, angellaunch.com. We are a leading producer of Silicon Valley events where we connect startups to investors. I was pleased to be a partner in this event to help produce it with Raphael Solontov, who you'll meet in just a moment, who is the event producer and host for today. I produce events every week in Silicon Valley, mostly evening programs. You are welcome to attend. Just go to angellaunch.com. Many of them are free or low cost. Next week, we have a free demo showcase ICO night Tuesday in San Francisco. And Thursday, we have AI and robotics with 8 top investors in Palo Alto. And there's also a free FinTech summit in San Francisco. So we do a daily newsletter with our events and our partners. Many are free. So if you signed up for this event, you'll get our newsletter. You'll learn about what we do. So I'd like to introduce Raphael. Let's give him a round of applause. He's coming up. The brainchild of this event. He produced it, wrote the agenda, recruited all the speakers and sponsors, and had this vision for a great event. So he's going to say a few remarks.
Hi, everybody. As it was mentioned, I'm Raphael Sultanov. I and my team, we decided to put this great conference together about a couple months ago. We wanted to to create a market leader in this space, because we see many different conferences and very different strange topics sometimes we see. So we want to have an opportunity for ICOs to listen to Securities Exchange Commission representatives here, so they comply with regulations. We want investors to find good, strong blockchain startups that bring some value to the market. We want ICO companies to be able to find their new token buyers and promote their ICO events. And again, thank you for coming. We have second day tomorrow. We have very good educational workshops, something like token economics. Not many conferences promote this topic, but it's very important. It's like your currency. You use your currency, learn how to do it right. So we have a great workshop tomorrow, token economics. We have many good, great speakers coming here to speak tomorrow. Thank you again for support and your attention.
And I believe we start at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So be here. We gave you a little time to sleep in, and we end around 4, but we do have great speakers, including many investors. And I personally know several Silicon Valley investors I know said they're planning to come tomorrow, top-tier investment firms. So if you want to meet investors or accredited investors, please come back tomorrow. So right now, we are ready to announce the winner of the afternoon pitch competition, and Vince is going to tell us about the winner. And then we have 2 short presentations, and then we'll give you directions for the cocktail party.
Hey guys, are you ready to listen? Awesome. Let's give first round of applause to every single pitch contestant here. All right, just to remind everybody that the pitch evaluation was based on mostly 4 important components. One was the pitch itself. Second and most important was team. And the ultimate critical factor was the impact of blockchain on the society or the community they are going to serve, and not to mention the token economics. So I have a second runner-up, which is actually a tie between Versus and Stroken tokenomics. So let's give them a round of applause. Then we have a first runner-up, which was actually a very close tie between 2 companies I'm going to share with you. One is Shop, and other is DataBroker DAO. Is you guys here? Awesome. So the difference, they were very close, between a 1/4 point difference, and I think the data people actually showed more important impact in the industrial world and also at the enterprise level. So the first runner-up is Shop, and the winner of the contestant is DataBroker DAO. Come on up. Thank you. All right, congratulations. Thanks very much.
Thank you. And after, we could take your picture out there in front of our sign out there. Great. Thank you.